Greetings, Divine Ones. Ebony Shalom here. I'm going to do a little bit of reading today. Let me know what you think about the writing that I'm working on. Everything is energy. Integrating this concept will allow for a greater understanding of self, the part we each play in this game of life, the world around you, and the essence of the universe that lives within each organic structure. The level of freedom and peace that you can bring to your heart and mind dictates how far you will be able to travel throughout the dimensions within to collect the keys which are stored in your soul DNA. These keys hold the memories of your soul journey and will unlock the gateways for you to pass through in order to activate your divine knowing and innate gifts and abilities. This process is as simple as understanding that where your attention goes, energy flows. Integrate this with the wisdom of the chakras and energy portals within your energetic being, and you will remember the simplistic nature of the universe and your soul. As I reflect on my own journey beyond societal constructs and scientific truths, I'm reminded of the pivotal moment in my life when I was just 20 years old. At the time, I had no knowledge of universal consciousness, universal laws, dimensions, or energy. I was a single mother to my beautiful baby boy, working as a social worker, caring for individuals with disabilities. My life had been far from easy, especially after leaving the safety of my childhood home to start primary school. At the age of 20 in the year 2000, the internet was not readily available, and the information and experiences I was encountering could not be easily Googled or even discussed with others. It was during this time that I began to experience something beyond the realm of traditional understanding. On a quest to understand why I was here, why there was so much pain on the earth, and how I could help eliminate it, I put out a call to the universal creator and to any other help that could assist us here. This was how the journey for me kicked off. I was experiencing life in multiple dimensions, where my perceptions were stretching far beyond what others could comprehend. Whenever I attempted to share my experiences, which were not just in my head or based on a perception, I was met with skepticism and misunderstanding. I quickly realized that nobody else was experiencing these other dimensions like I was. I also realized that I was not crazy, because what I was experiencing and being shown and the information that I was learning and remembering made sense and was bringing love into my heart and soul once again, which in turn was used on the journey forward. This is why I continued, and this is how I came to know that our self-belief and our self-awareness, regardless of others' thoughts and opinions or the constructs and limitations that are pushed onto us from birth, are nothing without our own energy exchange. With this knowledge locked in my heart, I continued unraveling more of my soul missions. Belief in yourself and staying self-aware, as well as exchanging from an understanding of compassion and choosing from unconditional love, is the recipe for this journey through the universe, and if you want to go all the way to the center. It became clear to me that my ability to embark on this journey of understanding and connection was directly tied to the shattered pieces of my heart as a mother. It was through this profound pain and vulnerability that I was able to soar into the vastness of the universe. The shattering of my heart stripped me energetically back to the core of my essence, and every single energy center and cell within me was reset. I was open, and from this point became a creator of my reality. I was given a choice every step of the way. I was being shown the ways of the world, how it had become the way it was. I learned of the universal energy that connects us all, the divine essence within each of us at our core. Understanding and surrendering to this truth and trusting in our own decision to do so puts us on a universal wave and divine flow that brings understanding to all that was, is, and will be. My mind has been blown open, and all the beliefs I once had in myself and the world I once knew were gone in an instant. I was in a space where there was nothing further for me to lose or gain. The open-mindedness was a natural consequence due to the circumstances of the energetic reset. This reset removed all distortions and density from my energetic systems in Earth realm and Spirit realm, allowing for the union of divine energies between my physical body and soul to naturally align. This created the divine flow needed to elevate my consciousness and personal frequency to a point where I did not need to experience the pain anymore to understand it. I became an observer of the pain and my life as a human. I also came to understand our energetic nature and how energy creates everything. The knowledge of the universal laws was learnt through the experiences and the decisions I had to make on this journey. Nothing was learnt from a textbook or a computer. Everything that I have learnt has been remembered through my soul or received telepathically as downloaded or channeled information. My ability to feel my way through every moment, decision, message, etc. has and always will be my compass. Listen to your heart and trust your soul. This is my mantra for navigating in Earth realm, a message sent by my future self and one that I have continued to use throughout my journey, whether I'm dropping into the lower realms on a mission or popping back up to catch my breath. Regardless of where the information came from, I remained skeptical and open-minded until any information was given was verified. The universe and our soul teams have a very humorous side and know exactly how and when the verifications would be presented. We call these verifications here on Earth realm signs or synchronicities. I was not alone in this journey and felt divinely guided throughout the initiation. I never felt alone and there was no need for fear. My worst fears had already happened, so there was nothing more to fear. The ones from the angelic realms and my galactic family let their presence be known. The love that I felt and the clarity in my direction guided me home and held me through all of this. This has continued throughout my life. And I feel very blessed to have this reminder and connection and believe that anyone who is open to connecting with their soul team and higher self can do so via their higher energy centers. On my travels, I questioned the universal creator and my soul teams about how I was led to understand my truths. I had become aware that I was creating pathways and became concerned for others who would potentially go down these paths. I did not, under any circumstance, wish upon anyone or anything the intensity of pain that I had once felt, and I was not going to allow for my lack of understanding at the time that created these pathways to bring any further pain to any other life form here on Earth. I had to find a way to prevent that, and my request for guidance with this came swiftly. Heal the Abuse became the name of the game. A mission that played out throughout the different timelines and dimensions. Individual quests that altered the trajectory of any given timeline was how I was serving for a time. Moving in and out of levels, changing the scripts, and bringing more light to the timelines that would be successful and collapsing the ones that bred chaos and disorder. My higher self led the way. My physical body assisting in getting me where I needed to go. My mind was actively participating and knew how to put all the pieces together to create the outcomes necessary to heal the abuse in any given dimension. My emotional state was unwavering on this quest. Unconditional love was what allowed for me to pass through the gateways of these dimensions. Keys that I hold through activating the gateways of my soul, known as the chakras, or known within the chakras or energy portals in the spirit realm. So I'm just going to pause there for a second and say and clarify this. So this whole journey, and for the past 20 years, I knew what happened and I have known what's happened. And it's only through my holistic practices and connecting with other people and also coming back into my heart in the last year, and specifically in the last sort of 3 months, that I've been able to piece together the pieces of the puzzle in this realm, in this density. And this is where I've always struggled. It's been a real struggle to actually articulate what I'm doing when I work with people, and also how we can simplify our life here on earth. The energy centers in our body, we have a certain knowing of them, or we don't know about them. But we have these energy centers. There are 7 main energy centers, and then there are 2 other centers that connect us in with the galactic center and our Mother Earth. These centers, when we have our heart open and we have a free-flowing energetic flow through our physical body, we're able to tap into, and if you can imagine with me now, our holographic body of ourself. So we have our physical body, and the way that I like to view things is in the void. And so if I was taking myself up there, I would see me in this space, and I would also see and visualize a holographic picture of myself. You know, I'm laying down in this space, and I can see in that holographic image those energy centers that are reflective of what lay within my own physical body. Now, we get taught about chakras here, and there is ancient wisdom within the chakras. However, what I've found goes beyond what we've been taught about them, and how we can actually utilize them to incorporate our spiritual self. And this is also something, a construct, because the spiritual self is really just our energetic self, right? So these are where all the words and all the different things sometimes confuse us. If we strip everything back to energy, right, because everything is energy, and work from our energy centers, we can simplify our life. And I can show you later on how we connect these two, that holographic self and the physical body, mentally and through those energy centers, which allows for us to create an activation and a divine flow of energy. So that might have been a little bit of a ramble there, but I'm just going to continue on here. I would like to share more about that, because this is the whole point of it. This is the whole point. I have so much to share, because I understand that these gifts that I've unlocked will assist others in unlocking their gifts and simplify their lives, so that they can raise their vibration and assist in what is happening here on earth. And I know all of this sounds nuts to the majority. However, I also know that what I experienced was real and is something that I would not change ever. I can never forget it either. Once you've opened yourself to the parts of your soul that are generally inaccessible here on earth, and step beyond the constructs and limitations of your own mind, these gateways are open forever. This is evolution. And as long as I can hold my belief in self and share these understandings with others who can comprehend and resonate with what I'm sharing and the energy that is being exchanged here, then the reality will become, due to the collective consciousness energies. We're all connected. To break free from the conditioning and belief systems imposed upon us since birth, and remain open-minded without having the universe shake you to the core in a most shocking way, one simply needs to remain open-hearted. If you feed your heart and honor your heart and your instincts and learn about your energetic nature with an open mind, putting into practice whatever you feel is best for you, regardless of the majority, or in fact, what anyone else thinks. You can naturally create a pathway that unites your heart and soul and return yourself to a natural state of being as you are guided back home. When I talk about guided back home and natural states of being, you are always in a natural state of being. However, we have energies that kind of distort our view, and the more density that we collect because of our experiences, and when I say density, anything that isn't of love that we've experienced and that we're holding on to in our energetic body, right, and in our auric field, creates a lens of distortion. And so we are always in a natural state of being. However, the view from within and viewing out has got like lenses, so it's been distorted. And so we've always been taught that we have to strip off these layers. And if you're anything like myself, I'm driven to personally understand myself, and it's been part of, it's like a job for me to understand myself at the core, right? Which is why I was able to do what I did, and also what has kept me going for the last 20 years, knowing and thinking that I had to somehow get rid of these layers to get back to where I needed to go. And it's only been recently that I realized been doing everything backwards, because this is what happens in this third level 3 consciousness. Everything is backwards. And so when we actually work from the inside out and simplify this process of eliminating the layers this way, we have the backing of our divine essence, our higher self, the universal creator energy, our guides. And so what happens in this process, and I would like to delve into this later on more, is that we actually can elevate our personal frequency when we work from the inside out and step out of the distorted fields, right? So that we can gain a different perspective, one that brings clarity to what actually needs to be focused on. Because when we are trying to work through those layers from the outside in, it becomes really hard because we are working from a distortion. So by going in and working out, we actually can achieve a greater shift in our personal awareness and personal frequency, which allows for us to dissolve things naturally with the assistance of our divine essence and all the goodness that is supporting our journey, our soul journey. And this is like the whole concept and whole truth that I have found and that I would like to share with others. And so I'm going to continue reading, but I just felt like I needed to say that. So I would like to come back to that at another time. Yeah. So we were just talking about, you can naturally create a pathway that unites your heart and soul and return yourself to a natural state of being as you are guided back home. There are 2 defined pathways. There's actually an infinite amount, but here in this realm, there are 2 defined pathways that I've identified in which we can understand ourselves. Both can naturally evolve. Taking the high road, so to speak, is recommended. However, the choice is always yours. So when I say high road, I'm talking about starting from the inside out, because this is going to simplify things. It's going to shorten the process of moving through those layers. And it's actually going to get you to where you want to go, because you will have clarity and the understanding and the backing and feel inspired to move forward, because you tap into your natural essence, your soul essence, who you are, and you start remembering who you are when we work from the inside out. The other option is continuing on and doing everything in life that we've known to do, and do things that will potentially lead us to the same place. However, it could be another 20 years. And so if you would like to simplify your life and get to the core issues and understand what is hindering you and hindering your soul evolution and ability to move forward, because you've been recycling emotion and moving through things and feeling broken, which none of us are, this is like a really simple way to get to the point of where you want to go. So how do we go about gently moving into a more aligned state of awareness without the extreme circumstances being interjected to wake us up from slumber? To truly explore the interplay of spirituality and science, we must first let go of any beliefs that hinder our acceptance of diverse perspectives and experiences. It is crucial to approach discussions with an open mind, allowing ourselves to listen and learn from others. This openness does not require us to abandon our own beliefs or engage in arguments. Rather, it enables us to expand our knowledge and understanding of the world and others around us. In our human experience, there are various factors that contribute to closed-mindedness and resistance to new ideas. Cultural conditioning, religious dogma, fear of the unknown, confirmation bias, ego identification, limited education, peer pressure, cognitive dissonance, lack of critical thinking skills, social media echo chambers, attachment to comfort, skepticism without inquiry, limited perspective, dependency on authority, emotional trauma, lack of self-awareness, desire for certainty, rigidity in thinking, and lack of exposure to diversity are just a few examples that can be expressed in earth realm terms. We can also explore these limitations from an energetic perspective, focusing on the chakra system or energetic portals. The throat chakra and the third eye chakra are particularly relevant when it comes to closed-mindedness and resistance to new ideas. Blockages, distortions, installations, entities, programming, and conditioning that can create imprints, as well as unseen parasites, can at times embed in these centers within us. Because of their energetic nature, unless we have the ability to pick up on these things and understand that they even exist, they can continue to go unnoticed for many lifetimes, affecting our soul evolution. This is one of the ways in which the powers that were have been able to manipulate and control the masses by infiltrating these souls, these installations that have been embedded in these portals, have been able to go unnoticed for many cycles that go beyond this lifetime we're currently in. There are particular souls that I've found through the work that I do that hold a particular frequency that is of a high vibration and that can influence the collective consciousness. These are the souls that I have had the pleasure of extracting these installations from and handing over the evidence to the Galactic High Council. This evidence is used to hold beings accountable for the imbalance and breaking of universal laws, and is also used to understand the type of programming and installations that have been used so that we can disassemble them and gain knowledge of where we can find them more easily. It's part of my ongoing mission to remove these installations and assist in linking individuals into the New Earth grid through these activations that I do, which is free of such distortions and lower vibrating energies. Anyone who is being activated at this time is automatically linked into the New Earth grid due to the resonating frequency that gets activated. This energy keeps expanding in the grid as new activations occur and individuals evolve and share their insights amongst the collective. It is most rewarding to be connected, for so many reasons. Seeing others step into their essence and bring more light into their being is one of the most satisfying feelings here on earth. Let us not forget the importance of the heart chakra. In cultivating openness to new ideas and perspectives, this chakra is associated with love, compassion, empathy, and acceptance. When the heart chakra is imbalanced or blocked, individuals may struggle to form meaningful connections, lack empathy, and exhibit a closed-off attitude towards new experiences and ideas. Opening and balancing the heart chakra allows for the cultivation of a sense of openness, compassion, and acceptance, facilitating connection with others and a receptive attitude towards new ideas and perspectives. Experiences such as traumatic relationships, social conditioning, intellectual arrogance, lack of empathy, fear of vulnerability, limited exposure to diversity, authoritarian upbringing, and emotional suppression can all contribute to blockages and distortions in the heart, throat, and third eye chakras. These blockages hinder personal growth and understanding. To address these blockages, it is essential to engage in self-reflection, seek some energy therapy if needed, and practice clearing out your centers. Embrace mindfulness. By doing so, we can open ourselves up to new experiences and shed limiting beliefs and cultivate a more open-minded and empathetic attitude towards ourselves and others. Our journey towards understanding the interplay of spirituality and science requires us to transcend all we think we know and remain open to learning from others and the world around us. For it's when we are able to do this that our own self-awareness comes into play, and if we are open and ready and ask the questions in our heart, the universe will respond in ways that will meet your true essence and take us beyond the limited reality that has been created for us. You become the creator of your life, your word, your world, and beyond. By releasing our attachment to rigid beliefs and conditioning, we can embrace diverse perspectives and experiences. And so it's here that I invite you, if it is your will, to come with me on a journey to understand the energy centers and the energetic portals that exist within your holographic body, or otherwise known as your light body, which is essentially where your soul DNA is stored. And let's work together to understand how you can optimize your energy centers and how this focus, just focusing on nourishing these centers and nurturing them, feeds your soul and unites that divine energy flow, which just makes life so much easier. Seriously, we've been doing life backwards, and to get the full understanding and how simple like this, if you would like to know more, please let me know. I hope this hasn't been too overwhelming. I would love to chat further if anyone has some questions. So just drop us a message below, or email me. You can contact me on WhatsApp also. Thank you. Peace out. I look forward to connecting in and shifting, let's do this. We got this. Much love.